feel that cold salt spray springing back from the prow of the long ship. It is time for another actual play of Age of Vikings from Chaosium with my friends. I'm Jared Logan with my friends Paula Deming, Mary Lou, and Skid Maher.
Hello.
Hello. All part of our Gen Con gaming here for Gen Con 2025. And we are sponsored by Chaosium. Chaosium, the great company that made Call of Cthulhu, also makes this game. And if you would like to purchase this game, I have very good news for you. You can use a code. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a different cover than what I have.
That's a different cover. I want that fancy one.
You know how I got this?
You asked for it?
I asked them.
I need a Chaosium, please. I want it.
They're so cool.
Thank you so much. Like, this is the leather bound. This is so gorgeous. I love this thing. Everything. It's so premium.
But even the regular one?
Even the regular one
is beautiful. So nice.
Yeah.
The paper? I was feeling the paper. They use a different paper for the Age of Vikings books that is like thicker and feels more like parchment, but it's somehow lighter than the really thin paper that other books use. So it's this thick, really gorgeous.
Look at that.
Oh, that's nice.
Iceland.
This freaking map, dude.
Iceland
really
in the late
freaking mappy.
10th century. Iceland
in
the late 10th
monsters
century.
In the water.
I'll tell you, that Age of Vikings book paper is so good. Sometimes I'll just turn off all the lights in my house. Just open the book and just feel that paper.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
You got to have a little me time sometimes, you know?
It was the first thing I noticed about the book. It's like this paper.
I wish I had sleepwear made out of this paper.
It's a gorgeous book. It's got gorgeous art. And if you'd like to get your own copy, you can use the code VikingsGC, GC for Glass Cannon, at the Chaosium website, and you will be given a 15% discount on that book. So check that out. Be sure to do that. So we played this game once before, and now we are back. We are back in the 900s. We are back in the past, portraying Vikings. Some of the characters will return. Some are different. Mary Lou, you're playing a new character this time because what happened to Ysgithur?
Ysgithur, well, she went on a journey and found the love of her life, who was one of the hidden people, one of the elves in Iceland. And she went to go live with the hidden people. And it didn't really make sense for her to come back and hang out with you guys again. She loved you guys.
Of course.
Honestly, she caused a lot of problems, so good riddance.
She did. She really did.
You know what? She tried, but she made my life worse.
Yeah, way worse.
A lot of bad luck.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Some of it she caused herself. She's learning. She's living, learning, and growing. Yeah. Magic is tricky.
There's a price. There's always a price. Ysgithur was, of course, a Sather magic user. And that magic caused some complications.
It sure did.
Yeah.
She was messing with the weave of fate.
Yes.
So she lives with the hidden people now. And since I played, there are two schools of magic. Thank you, Princess. There are two schools of magic in the Age of Vikings system. And since I was a Sather magic user, I wanted to try out the other school of magic, which is the rune magic system. And it is cool.
It is cool.
It's really cool. It's really different, and I'm very excited.
We will dive deep into that. If anybody missed part 1 and part 2 of this is a new story starting now. So just keep watching. You don't need to have seen the others. But if you want to go back, Age of Vikings part 1 and part 2 are on YouTube. Or if you're a subscriber, they're under Friends of the Pod on the jointhenaish.com is where you'd go. All right. So once again, Vikings GC, if you'd like to get the book. And how's everybody feeling? Paula and Skid, you're bringing back your character from before. Paula, you're bringing back Hrund.
Hrund. Erpsdottir. I'm ready. She's learned a little bit in the time off. She's gotten a little stronger in some ways.
Oh, that's right. You did a little level up. I told you could level up some things.
I leveled up a few skills. So it's cool because you get 8 skill level ups and you can double up.
Well, I gave you 8. I gave you.
Oh, you gave us 8.
Yeah, there was like 4 for like the adventure you'd gone on.
Oh, cool.
But then also we're starting a couple years later, so I thought
So there would just be time.
4 more for the situation that you faced after that. So
And I leveled up 2 skills that I thought I wasn't going to because their numbers were already so high. Because it's like you roll your skill check, and if you fail it, which means you roll above your current skill level, then you improve it. And I managed to improve my battle axe, which was already at 75%. So I'm now at 80% in my battle axe, leveled up
Holy
my bow.
shit.
But then I tried to like level up things that had a much lower amount, and I rolled like what would be like critical success. You know, I was like, cool, a 4 for my skill that was 15. Great. I guess I don't get better at that, you know?
Wow, interesting.
But I did improve my intimidate a little bit as well. And those are things that all make sense based on what we did in our previous story.
Totally.
And then everything else I thought maybe I got better at in the off season. I didn't, but I didn't get worse. So, yeah.
Great. That's good. You'll need those extra percentage points. And
I'll take what I can
Skid,
get.
last time you took an entire The Great course on Viking history. I assume this time you read a couple nonfiction books about it. You watched the History Channel Vikings series. Or?
Yeah, I did. I do have my notes from my course that I took.
Okay, excellent.
Cool.
I have those
Excellent.
ready to go. So that's
Great. I'm ready for more fun facts whenever's appropriate. I just pepper them in.
Yeah, I love fun facts. I love learning.
Learning is fun.
Shall we dive in and we can kind of meet your characters as we get the story kind of rolling?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, last time we saw these characters, the year was 980 AD. It is now 982. And I have very good news for Skid's character, Njal. Njal, he fervently wished to go a-raiding across the seas. And he has done that.
Good for
He
him. Way to
and
achieve your
Hrun
dreams.
have been out on expedition. And now,
That's awesome.
finally, after a long time away, you have returned home. You're finally
Were we on
home.
expedition together, Jared? Sorry.
You were. Yes, you were.
Okay, great.
You're on expedition together. Behind you, docked in the fjord, is the longship that has brought you back to Iceland. And it is owned by your Gothi, your chieftain, Olafur Blacktooth. He sponsored your expedition, and this expedition has been very lucrative for the 3 of you, for there is a new person that's kind of joined your party, whom we will meet in a minute. But all of you, your packs are laden with treasure. It was a very, very successful raiding season. However, there was also struggle and death. Olafur's son, Ulfur, was struck down on an Irish beach.
No.
Before you return to your homes and your farms, you must visit Olafur and tell him of his son's death.
Ugh. How did we get that job? That's a terrible job.
Oh man.
Well, he is your Gothi. I think the other people that went a-raiding with you, they do not belong to his particular community. He is your Gothi. And so, as you bid farewell to the companions that went with you, and you kind of walk up into the mountains, because you got to kind of cross over into a valley where your farms are located and where Olafur has his longhouse. As you bid your companions goodbye and you walk up into the mountains, you realize it's just the 3 of you now. And I'd like to meet the 3 of you. I want to know also what you're thinking. You know, who are you longing to see now that you've returned after such a long time away? And what are you planning to spend your loot on? Let's first talk to Mary Lou's character. Who are we seeing as we climb up into the mountains?
As we climb up into the mountains, we see, 2 figures we're familiar with, Hrund and Njal, and behind them, always in the back, he's got this black cloak around his shoulders, and it's always pulled up. Always when outside, and often also when indoors. His clothes are new. This was his first expedition. But if he pulled down his hood, you would see that half of his head is covered in burn scars, all the way up his neck, and half of his face, and over his the left side of his shaved head. He keeps the rest of his head shaven. He's got dark brows and a dark, close-cropped beard on the part of his skin that isn't affected by the burns, but it even like comes over his eyebrows and almost into his eyes, and so he keeps it covered. He's a taller, stocky man, but he's withdrawn into himself as he walked. This is Themer Sorlison, Themer the Ugly.
Themer.
Yeah.
So
his
Themer.
Themer.
Themer,
told
don't
you
talk
you were
about yourself
ugly?
that way.
Everyone.
You're
Everyone
beautiful
told
to me,
him.
Themer.
I mean, he
Thanks.
sounds kind of like Prince Zuko to me, and that's hot.
Zuko vibes. Zuko vibes big time.
What the hell is that?
Who's that?
This is from the show that you refused to watch.
Avatar:
because it's
The
for
Last
children.
Airbender.
Oh.
Oh my
Right
gosh.
on.
Harund
We've
wishes
talked about
she was
this.
single right now. I mean, Paula wishes Harund was single right now so that this could happen, but it can't.
It can't happen. You're married. You have children. This could
Yep.
never happen. And
Could
Themer
never
could never
happen.
love.
This could
He
never
can't. He
happen.
can't love because he's married to his vengeance. When he was 16
Like
years
Zuko.
old, yeah. When he was 16 years old, his family was caught in a blood feud between two families, two rival families on like neighboring farms, and that family burned down his farmhouse with his entire family inside, and he was
What
the
jerks.
only one to escape because of a little bit of rune magic that he learned from an uncle. And he is haunted by guilt for being the lone survivor, and he's pledged his life to vengeance, to finding his family's killers. They fled Iceland because they were outlawed for their crimes, and by, I'm assuming, his chieftain, his Gothi, Olafur Blacktooth. So he has, he got older, he got stronger, he learned a little more rune magic, and has gone a Viking to try and find them, this family, or to enact his vengeance. So he still owns his family's farm. It's small. He's unmarried. He doesn't have any, I forget what they're called, but like serfs. He doesn't have any workers that work for him.
Thralls.
He doesn't have any thralls. He's dedicated to learning more rune magic, to finding his family's kill.
Very good. We'll see if he can enact any vengeance during this scenario. Probably
Who
not,
knows?
but you never know. Maybe
Probably
I'll have
not.
one
You
of his.
never know.
Maybe I'll have one of his family's killers just come over the hill right now.
Whoa!
Let's go wild and woolly with this thing.
Might as well.
Let's go crazy.
Hrund,
Actually,
how
Olafur
is
says, I did it. Sorry.
how is Hrund doing since we last saw Hrund at the All thing? How's Hrund doing? What is she looking forward to now that she's home?
Yeah, Harund is thinking about her family, who she hasn't seen, obviously, in quite some time. Her husband back at their farm, her children, and just looking forward to getting back and seeing them. Really wants to get this conversation with Olafur over and done with, because she'd really rather just be going back to her own home right now.
To see
and that's-
Hakur, her husband.
yes.
Hakur, right?
Mhm. Yes, Hakur Haimison, who is a well-respected man with a broad knowledge of the law. I've learned a little of that from him, but I'm more of a fighter. You see at her side in a little like holster, an axe. She has her curly blonde, very blonde hair tied under like a kerchief, and unmistakably on her face a birthmark that looks almost like the shape of a bear. on her face, which is where she gets her bear-like spirit from. She feels very attuned to the bear, and maybe that's why she has never attempted to try to control her temper. So, just, careful.
And it's gotten her into trouble. Got her into trouble at the all thing.
Look, it was not my fault that dude fell on my axe and mortally wounded himself, okay?
Yeah.
That's true.
He fell on my axe.
I forgot
Hrund
has a body count.
She does.
Yeah.
Finally, she just wants to get home.
Finally, Njal, any plans for your loot that you've taken from Ireland? Any plans for, when you get back to your community? What are you thinking?
It's funny because I think just, again, learning about the Viking experience in Ireland, Ireland was like, the experience, like the raiding sort of experience was very different from like a lot of other parts of the world, like, France and England and Eastern Europe and everything, because there was like it was never part of the Roman Empire, so like that infrastructure was not there. There weren't the same kind of population centers that they'd found at like these monasteries. There were like monasteries that would be the main target, would be monasteries in Ireland too, but there weren't the same kind of like concentrated wealth that they'd find in some of these other places. And Ireland was like was a rough place. And so the Vikings were it's just one more fucking thing. There was just all these violent factions like against each other. So it's like they almost barely raised an eyebrow like at the Vikings. So I think he just ended up
whatever.
And then like Brian Boru, like the first like High King of Ireland, I think he would use Vikings to against his like rivals and stuff.
Right.
So I think he ended up just fighting a lot. I think he just ended up. I mean, he might have ended up fighting, against Brian Boru or for Brian Boru, like in Dublin or Limerick or something. So I think he didn't come back with as much wealth as he hoped he would. I think he's come back with a few like physical scars, probably some emotional scars as well. I think he's probably got like a giant scar like from beneath his like right ear, like all the way down like past his collar.
Wow. So the news was almost about Njal.
Yeah.
The news of death was almost about Njal.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So I think he's probably relieved to be back. The relative peace of Iceland for
yes, and
nothing else.
And here in Iceland, it's early summer, and it is a time where people can be outdoors and they can be together and they can enjoy the earth and the smell of the trees and the grass. Except as you kind of ascend the hills, I'd like all of you to make a spot hidden roll.
Ooh.
Do 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 do. I don't know why I needed to make a dice rolling song. Do do do. Rolling dice.
I liked it.
I wish I'd tried to improve my spot hidden. I didn't, and I should have.
Spot hidden, always important in every Chaosium game.
Yes.
I failed.
21 under 35.
Right.
Dreading giving this news to all of
29 under 40.
Nice.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nope.
So our friend Themer is the first to spot these very, very ominous storm clouds that you can see at a distance sort of hanging over your home valley. They don't look like the kind of thing you'd see in early summer. They look like something you'd see in the dead of winter. And they have completely blocked out the sun, bathing your valley in shadow.
This does not look good. This looks like the type of storm that comes from magic, from Seither. He has a really raspy voice from inhaling so much smoke when he was young and rolled up.
Yes.
Right, of course.
Yes. Yes.
And he doesn't smoke himself now, like no nicotine.
No.
No. All right, so As you continue to head toward your home valley, the temperature drops. It gets colder and colder as you pass under the shadow of the cloud. You have many hours still to go, but soon you realize that it is well below freezing.
This is unusual, yes.
This is unusual. The snow started falling a while ago, and it's only getting heavier.
What month is this?
This is like June.
Oh, yeah.
So it is very unusual. It's very strange that the snow is falling and that it is so unbelievably cold. And you can ask me questions, look around, figure something out, but I can tell you that pretty soon you're going to need to seek shelter or you're going to start losing HP from the unbelievable cold here.
So we're probably not even like outfitted, prepared for this at all.
No, you're not.
This is well, we have to find a barn or something to take shelter in.
I can't believe this is happening.
If we find somewhere to stop, I can try and craft a rune for us to keep us warm.
Could you craft a rune that would make this weather change?
That is, I can try. It is not exactly what rune magic does.
We could also just start a fire or something. You don't have to.
That could also help.
Well, I guess
I don't want to step on your toes, but
let's look and see if we can find any shelter. I'd like to be able to just... I'm just so ready to be home. Why is this happening?
What kind of skills do you have that would allow you to find shelter if that's what you're deciding to do?
Area lore?
Area lore.
That's a great one.
Area lore? Let me do an area lore.
Me too.
I don't have that.
Ooh, I rolled a 44 under 60.
17 under 45.
Ooh,
Whoa.
Okay. Nyal's got you covered. So, you know of an outlying farm, probably the farthest out from your community that falls under the purview of the Gothi, Olafur Blacktooth. You know of a place, and you know the people there are friendly. So if you move there quickly, you should be able to get out of the weather before it really starts to harm you. Okay?
Okay.
And I need to see if you're able to get there quickly. So the situation is that the snow is really falling now. You're kind of like trudging through it. It's like up to your knees almost. It's
Oh my
fallen that
gosh,
quickly.
this is wild.
And you're able to like with your area lore, Njal and Themer, you're able to point directly to where you need to go. You know the route well, so you're not getting lost. But it's a question of speed and a question of hardiness. So I would like, I think, why don't we call them Constitution times 5 rolls?
Con times 5.
Yeah.
Con times 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Do that.
So, sorry, remind me. So that's, we take our Constitution stat, multiply it by 5, and that's what we need to roll under.
We need to roll under.
You got it.
Crushing it. 28 under 50.
There it is.
Whoa! I rolled a 9 under 45.
That's amazing.
Pretty good.
I am so furious. I rolled an 89 over 70.
Poor Hrund is
You only
feeling
fail
the
things
cold.
that you only fail things that you're supposed to be really good at.
What is the
Like that's
deal?
the only thing that you fail.
Your one weakness. Things are good at.
I miss Hawkor. I miss Magnus and Brynhild and Alda. My children. I gave them names.
So, you unfortunately take 1 damage from the cold,
Okay.
Hrund,
Yee.
and you all eventually find your way to an outlying farm that you know, Njal, belongs to a friend of yours named Neuter Thorvardson. Neuter Thorvardson. Neuter Thorvardson.
Can you spell that for me? Language of origin?
Can you use it in a sentence?
I refuse to spell or
This
verify.
always happens. We were talking about this the other day. We get these like fantasy names and stuff. It's like it's this day, and then we all write it down and spell it completely differently. So I would,
completely differently.
I would love to get an official spelling immediately and like cut that off.
Neuter, Nooter, like Hooter.
Oh, okay.
I was like, that's not how I wrote it down.
That's the traditional Norse spelling. All
Okay,
right, so
awesome.
you find your way to this farm, and immediately upon approaching, you see that there is no light coming from inside, no smoke coming up from the farm, and the door is smashed in.
Oh,
What is
This
happening?
is not good.
the ill news
So many-
continues.
And it has become
Portents.
dark. It has become dark by the time you finally arrive at this outlying farm.
I will pull my axe out of its little holster and say, "Let me go first, and we'll check and make sure it's safe here. But hopefully it is, because we need somewhere to shelter from this weather." And so I will quietly, into the.
You notice that there is snow and ice inside. Like a snowdrift has like come inside of the home. You have no sign of violence here in sort of the main area of the longhouse. You know, these places were kind of all one big space. So you see no signs of violence here, and you also see nobody and nothing. Would you like to
Neuter?
search around?
Yes. I'll start looking around and say, I think it's empty. Neuter? Anyone here? Show yourself.
Anybody that's going inside and searching around needs to give me a spot hidden roll.
Yeah,
on,
I
you
think
can
once you
roll
tell us there's
good.
like no active dangers, we'll come in.
I'm going to throw these dice away.
Oh. 007.
Wow.
Whoa!
All right. We'll come to what Njal sees in a minute. How did you do, Themer?
Really bad. 93. So
93.
I think maybe coming upon a scene of destruction at a farmhouse, even though it's in ice and not in fire, is perhaps a little too thematically
It's too
resonant
thematic
for
for
him.
Themer.
Too close
It's
to
too
home.
thematic for Themer, too close to home. So I think he's a little spooked. He's he's not thinking straight. His mind is elsewhere.
That makes sense. And Haroon, how did you do?
I am just not able to see or find anything. I think I'm really cold and it's distracting me. And I'm nervous that something bad has happened. And so all of these thoughts, I'm gripping my axe, I'm shivering in the cold, and I'm just not able to see anything. I rolled a 70-something over 25, so.
Very good.
Yeah.
So Neutra's home, his family, his thralls are not here. You confirmed that. You confirmed that the damage to the home looks like it was done by weather. It looks like it's been done by masses of snow kind of piling up against the house. But it's Njal who sees something. Njal, after making a good survey of the inside of the building, you happen to glance out across the snowy hills, and there in the moonlight, for a moment, you see a figure moving through the snow.
What?
Reflecting white like the snow, but definitely human-sized, with arms and a head, but not walking, seeming to drift, almost to float across the snow. And then it's gone.
I turned to Themer and Ronan, just like, come, you look, and I turned back and it's gone.
What do you see?
There was
Njal.
out there a figure out on the snow. I swear it was a trick of the eye. The exhaustion, but I could swear it was floating there. Drifting across the hill.
Should we go after it?
I want to go check. I want to go look. I want to go out there.
You want to do that, but I will warn you as your game master that it is incredibly cold. And even though you've found the inside of this building, testing yourself against the weather some more may result in taking damage due to the extreme cold. But you are certainly welcome to go chasing the vision that you saw out there on the snow.
I think.
What time is it? Sorry, I missed.
It is dark.
What time is it? It's nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think I'm not fully convinced that I saw what I saw. So I'm going to just try to contribute to getting us all warm, getting us all through the night. So I'm not going to go out there.
Okay. A dark cloud covers the moon again, and it is completely, utterly dark. This is a type of dark that people like you and me don't really understand anymore. A type of dark and a type of quiet that we rarely experience. And you're all shivering. What are you doing to keep warm inside this smashed home?
Let me help. I'm going to try and carve and dye a rune. I'm gonna try it. This is gonna be my first one.
Here we go.
I want my first rune to be not in combat, because you can do these in combat, and that's so
Really?
cool. There's all of these really cool rules about
It's like
how
the
to do it
Sather
in
magic.
combat.
You really can't do that at all,
No.
right?
Sather could not be done in combat. It was like a ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah, but rune magic can absolutely be done in combat. It just requires like one round to carve and dye the rune, and then the second melee round to cast it.
That's so cool.
Cool.
So it's not like super fast. It's not like spell casting, but it can be done in combat. But I'm too scared to do that for my first one. Yeah. So here where we have a little bit of time, Themer takes out of a pouch on his belt small pieces of wood that he keeps for this specific purpose, and a carving knife from his belt. Did we start a small fire?
We did not say
have
we did.
not
That was
said
my
that we
intent,
have.
was to
Okay.
start one. but-
Hrund, will you start
Yes.
a fire while I prepare this rune?
Yes, I will.
If you can.
I will certainly try. I assume there's bits of, there's like smashed in door and stuff. There's bits of like wood that I can
I assume there's like a
fight
fire
around, or
pit,
maybe
or
even
like a
there's
fireplace.
There
wood
is a
left.
fire pit ruined by snow, but you could get the snow out of there, and there
All right,
are
I will-
bits of wood as well.
Great. I will set to digging out the snow and hoping that the wood isn't too soaked through to make it too difficult to light, and work on getting a fire going. Y'all, can you help me?
Of course. Yeah, to start shivering, just trying to dig the snow out. And
Does anybody have the survival skill?
I do.
I don't.
I
I
do.
don't think I do.
I'm at 35%.
Not super high, but why
Not
don't we
very
go ahead and
high.
give it a shot? And because Hrund is helping you, I'll give you, for this roll, plus 20%.
Well,
Hey.
Very generous, but unfortunately, my 94 that I rolled has other
Oh my gosh, our rolls are.
And y'all
not
is
going
simply
well.
unable to get a fire going. It is too just sodden and frigid in here. And so it is
This
up
is bad.
to Themer.
Okay. He chooses a piece of wood that is slightly longer and more brittle. And he carves in the runes Ur, Khan, Vend. Ur Khan Vend. And he carves them in, and then he dyes them by pricking his thumb so that he bleeds, and he runs his thumb over the runes because the runes must be dyed for them to be imbued with the magic of
Does
the
that
rune
have to be with
caster.
blood?
It is almost always blood. It can also be done with like certain dyes or soot, like blackened in fire.
Urine.
But it is almost always done with blood because it's available, and it is the magic of the rune caster. So he pricks his thumb, he runs it over those 3 runes, and
He spends 6 magic points when he
I spent
pricks
6
his thumb.
magic points.
Mm-hmm.
And now I have to sing a galder, which is the magical enactment of casting the rune. It is a statement that includes the words of my 3 runes, the exact meanings that I want from each rune, because they can all mean sort of different words, different aspects of each rune. And the words that I'm choosing are endurance, warmth, and kinship.
Oh.
And okay, he runs his bloody thumb over the rune and says, I call upon the gods to bequeath us their warmth so that my friends and I might feel the protection of their fires and our kinship. And then he breaks the wood that he carved his rune into. And that's when I need to roll.
Yep.
Actually, first he wants to touch you. He needs to touch you. So
Okay.
will you come and like put your hands on me?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Sure.
Because this they call the law of contagion.
If this doesn't work, you're going to need each other's body heat anyway.
That's
Yeah, we're gonna have
Either
to
way,
strip
we're
off
gonna
all
have
our
to be
clothes
touching each other.
and
Yeah.
huddle
Please
together
come
for warmth.
closer and touch me. The law of contagion of magic states that I cannot enact magic on anything without touching it or touching something that has touched it. Okay, and now I roll rune magic.
Come
Rune
on.
magic. Come on. This is so cool. I just want to make sure I'm getting it right. Where's my rune magic? There it is. Whew! 26 under 80.
Oh,
Hey.
There
nice.
it is.
Awesome.
The fire pit you're all standing around suddenly goes whoosh,
Oh, shit.
and a tall, glowing, supernatural flame fills the room with warmth against the frigid cold that is seeping in from the outside.
One thing I want to say that I
Femur.
think is thank you. That I think is really cool about rune magic is that it sort of changes your circumstances in life. It affects fate, sort of. So something they said that I thought was really interesting is that like you can start a fire. The fire itself won't be magical, but you starting it, that was the magic. So like sometimes things can happen that look like unbelievable coincidences. So like I could cast a rune that says like set that firehouse on fire, and it'll happen by like a cow accidentally kicked over a lantern and set it on fire. It like changes fate so that magically like things happen as you want them to, but like the fire itself won't be a magical fire.
Right.
So I thought that was
that's cool.
really cool.
So maybe Njaal's earlier attempt suddenly bore fruit in an incredible and unbelievable way.
Yeah.
Yeah. A tiny spark, a tiny
an
ember
ember.
had been glowing, and then all
Yeah.
of a sudden it catches.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's very
A
cool.
1 in a million chance.
Yeah.
I love that
And-
that approach.
And the magic systems in Age of Vikings are sort of freeform. So you kind of just go by what the runes mean, and you kind of design your own spells. And the
That's
same for the
so cool.
Sather magic. You kind of design your own spells, and you can improvise them while you play.
By the way, speaking of themer, there's this art in the book that is just very cool.
Whoa.
Just made me think of that.
That is a cool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Sather
That's
magic
Odin, right?
practitioner.
That's it. I mean, it looks like no, he has two eyes.
Somebody who at least is a worshiper of Odin, because
Yeah.
I don't think you would have a raven and be a male practitioner of
Not a
Sather,
fan.
because it was mostly a huge fan, probably a huge fan. At
Not
least.
a big enough fan to pluck out one of their own eyes. But still.
Right, but you know.
Yeah.
And Themer is a fan.
He's a
of
Thor
Odin.
guy?
That is
Or
no, he's an Odin guy.
guy?
Odin. That is his
Odin.
most
That's right.
revered.
Not Odin. Odin.
Odin.
Yeah. So you all are warm and safe, and the night passes. And when the day dawns, bright and early, you notice that the snow has stopped falling. And if you're going to move on to Olafur's longhouse, now is the time before the snow starts falling again.
Should make haste. We have a brief window that we can make. I think we can make it. Before
It's
the
so
weather turns again.
strange. Wonder what happened to Neuter. Maybe they just left for
Yeah,
the
is
season.
there any like trace of what actually happened here? Did we?
You can make one more spot hidden roll if you'd like, or if you have another skill you would suggest, I would allow it.
Just do, yeah, so we're on our way out. I think I would do, now that I'm warm, one more just kind of
I've got
like
a
looking
search.
around.
Search is a
I've
great
got a
way to
search
go.
that's higher than my spot hidden.
I'll just.
Yeah, 20 under 50.
Oh,
Ooh,
Nice.
I rolled a 10 under 25. I changed to dice, and now I've got some successes.
nice.
There you
Let's
go.
And I got my spot hidden exactly 35 on 35.
Okay,
Wow.
very good. So what you realize is that objects were taken from the home. All of you find things that you would definitely take with you are missing, right? There's clothing missing. There are a lot of the food is gone. So supplies, things that you would take with you on a trip, have been removed from the home. They're not like hanging there as if it's suddenly.
There's no hot cup of tea left on the table.
Exactly.
Still warm.
Blackened
They left
dinner
in a
on
hurry.
the stove. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like they were
planned.
robbed either. It looks like they
So they
hacked up
chose
and
to leave for
left.
some reason.
That's right.
Well, I would also find this weather, this winter, uninhabitable. Perhaps they left to find warmer, greener areas.
I wonder how long. I mean, we've just returned. Has the weather been like this for long? Or has it just started? I will ask Olafur when we get to him, I guess.
Where did you see this apparition, your vision?
I point out like where I saw it, like on the hills.
In the direction that you are headed, in the direction of your community and Olafur, your Gothi.
Good.
I think it is wise if we keep our weapons drawn as we walk.
Very
As you
good.
should.
All right.
Keep our eyes peeled, and yeah, I think he's got his bow drawn. Themer.
And I definitely want to check out this spot where I think I saw this thing as we pass by.
You arrive on that bluff eventually, not too long after leaving, and you see no evidence of anything there, except for freshly fallen snow. As you trek down out of the hills, down into the valley, it is taking you 3 times as long as it normally would because of this heavy snow cover that fell the night before. And so it takes you almost a full day to get down to where you are in the center of your community and you are approaching your Gothi's longhouse. You pass other farms farms of people that you know. And those farms are like Neuter's, broken, covered in snow, empty, and deserted.
Something is not right here. I'm starting to get very concerned for my farm and my family.
Yeah, mine too, man. What about
is
my
happening?
thralls?
Your farms are a bit beyond your Gothies, to the east or to the west, maybe. But your Gothies longhouse, it sits in the shadow of the mountain, and you can see it down there in front of you. It's the largest longhouse you've yet to come across, and it's one large longhouse and a large barn. And as you approach, the sun is setting. It is setting. It has taken this long. It has taken you a full day's travel, something that should have taken you about a third of that to get all the way here. And the sun sets and everything goes dark. And you can see that there is light inside the longhouse.
It looks
That's
like
gotta be our
Oliver.
first stop, yeah.
First
You-
Surely
sign
the
of life.
Gothi will
You're
know
still
what to do.
You're still like a 5 to 10 minute walk away from it, but you can see it down there in the shadow of the mountain. So as you approach it, please make listen rolls.
Listen.
Mm.
Ooh, ooh. Nope.
Ah, yes. 26 under 40. I'm rolling just like a king.
On fire.
I'm on fire.
Just
too soon.
failed. Too soon. I failed by like 5.
So was
I
it fire?
39 over 35, so I've close, but no
Just
cigar.
barely.
Okay, so Themer is the only one that succeeded, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Themer, you all are almost running toward that
Yeah.
longhouse because you can see that there's light inside.
Need to get there quickly.
And you can see smoke coming out of the roof. As you get close to the longhouse of Olafur, out of the shadows emerge 3 white figures. They drift along the ground without their feet touching the earth. And they are surrounded by a swirl of icy haze, so you can't quite see their features. But one is vaguely man-shaped, and the other one has the cast of a woman's features, and the third one is very small.
Like a child?
And as they drift toward you, they raise their hands, and from out of their hands, a long icicle grows like a long, shining blade. And they grip the ice like a sword, and then whispering, always whispering, the poison and the blood, the claw of the bear. They suddenly charge you, swinging their blades.
It's Friday night, and it's time for chaos! We got Ross Bryant! His skill has gone from a paltry 20 to a manly and robust 21. Nora Ibrahim in the house!
If you fumble on a roll, you're breaking your elbows.
We got Rob Kirkovich!
You're a fucking intern, and you'll always be in it!
Joe O'Brien, everybody! Joe!
Mr. Walsh.
Dr. Walsh. Tell you what, I'll allow it once. I sort of thought between us there was a little,
I'll fucking kill you!
You have heroin?
I accept you enthrall me, ever chaste.
You're gonna have to get used to this shit.
You hear the cocking of a gun.
So what do you think?
Who really is this pale viper?
It's just someone going like,
London Bridge is falling down!
you have to meet all the guys!
Drunken, shirt sucking.
And then Carter invents the fist bump.
This is the most fun I've had in a long time.
Oh, we back in
We
it.
back, baby!
Victory squad.
Yeah.
Now I have the initiative order down here.
Okay.
In initiative order, it's going to go Njal, Hrund, Femur, and then the Shades.
Okay.
Remember that on an attack against you, you can attempt a dodge or you can attempt a parry. And you can even attempt multiple per round, but each time you do an additional dodge, it's negative 20%. Each time you do an additional parry, it's negative 20%.
Okay.
Okay? So when you are attacked, you can do that. But right now, you have these shades between you and the longhouse of your Gothi Njal. What would you like to do?
Oh my gosh.
I have my broadsword and my shield at the ready, and I want to force my way past them. I'll take a swing as I go, but I want to my aim is to just get past them so I can get to the longhouse. But I'll take a swing.
Okay. So you're kind of charging and swinging as you do so.
Yeah.
The one that is larger and man-shaped is in the center, and the female-shaped shade and the smaller shade are on either side. Which one are you taking a swing at as you run toward the longhouse?
The man.
Very good. All right. Then please roll your skill in broadsword.
Broadsword.
I'm nervous.
90.
That doesn't sound like a success.
That is a failure.
That's a fail. That is a fail. The shade does not even have to parry, and I'm going to roll because you failed. You do not get past it. It sort of blocks your progress. To get past it would mean stepping through it, and now that you're close, inside that swirling icy haze, you can see what seems like gray skin and cloudy eyes of a dead man.
Oh my
All right.
god.
Is it neuter?
Yeah,
you
do we
can't tell.
recognize?
You do not recognize it.
So is this
Okay.
like a draugr? Would this? Can we do?
Draugr.
If you make a mythic lore skill, you could know something about it.
Okay. Yeah. I don't really have that.
I don't know any of this stuff.
Niall's like, science, man. It's all science.
Yeah. I'm a man of science. I'm the Scully in this equation.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Really, Mulder? Draugr?
Yeah, really?
Here?
Draugr here in
That's okay.
Iceland.
I'm the cigarette smoking man.
I don't see one for mythic lore for me, but I have a plus 30 to mythic. So what is the
That is your
The base.
that is your base for mythic skills.
is plus 30?
Yes, it's plus 30.
So what do we think the base is for mythic lore, or is it 0?
Let's see here. I'm pretty sure that some people have like a mythic lore skill that helps them with this kind of thing. Let me take a look.
Yeah, I just don't see mine. But I feel like that's something I would have.
You should.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Under knowledge, myth lore is the skill we're looking for. Under knowledge,
myth lore.
not
I don't
mythic
have that.
lore. Myth
I ain't
lore.
know nothing.
Then nobody ain't know nothing about these shades. It is now Hrund's turn.
Do they look Irish at all? I know a lot about Ireland.
They do not look Irish,
Well, at least I know that much.
but we'll see when they start talking.
That's right.
Hrund, what do
yes,
you do?
we will.
The shades
I
close in
shout.
on you.
I shout, both of you, get to the longhouse. I will hold them off, and I will go close in on the man because I want to try and distract him from Njal and swing an attack with my axe.
Okay, let me have an attack.
Come on. Okay, regular success 78 under 85.
There it is. Okay.
So
Your axe comes down into the shade's icy sort of cloud, and you feel your axe find purchase there.
Mm-hmm.
These things don't appear to have hit locations. Normally in combat for Age of Vikings, you roll
a d20.
You roll a d20 for a hit location, but you're kind of going through sort of a strange sort of
they're like a
ephemeral
miasma.
sort of miasma of ice. But I do want you to roll your damage and tell me how
Great.
much damage you do.
So I do 1d8. Where is a d8? Plus 2 plus 1d4. Well, this is an 8. This is a 4. Let's go. 8 on the dice plus 2, 10 points of damage with my axe.
Okay. Frund, when your axe comes down, you sort of like, you chop the thing in twain, and suddenly it sort of explodes into ice crystals that sort of like fill the air and kind of slowly fall twinkling around you, and it's gone.
Nice.
Go
nice work. To the longhouse.
All right, you can move somewhat to the longhouse. You're almost there, and then it's Themer's turn.
Themer has a couple of prepared runes that he makes in the morning, and he carves and dyes them in the morning, locking his magic points into them, but he doesn't cast them. And he pulls one out of his belt, and this one has carved Ur, Os, and Kon, and he holds it and he says, "Gods, grant me the magic of your strength and cast flames upon this evil." And he casts this spell, and it starts a fire that spreads quickly, and it inflicts 3d6 points of damage to one hit location.
Holy cow.
Fireball.
It's a little fireball.
Classic
kind of.
fireball.
Its body would hopefully catch flame.
So
Yeah, friendly
he
fire turned
prepared
off.
this earlier, so he doesn't need to do the carving. So in this round, he just needs to sing the Galder, right?
Just sing the Galder, yes.
And you have just done so, so please roll your rune magic.
Oh boy, here we go. 59 under 80.
Okay.
Nice.
So, how does fate intervene here? Where does this fire come from? What happens?
Maybe from the chimney, a tiny, tiny ember just floats, the 1 in a million air.
There's a lot of geothermal activity on the Iceland. Maybe
true,
a small
volcanoes.
volcano erupts under their
A
feet.
tiny,
It's
tiny
happening all the
volcano,
time.
a crack of it underneath the
That could happen.
Yeah,
Not a
could.
volcano, but like there could be some kind of
tiny crack of hot steam.
like a thermal.
And underneath the female shade is the one that Themer was aiming for, and it does
Okay.
3d6
Let me get that 3d6.
damage. 9 damage.
9
Nice.
damage. And of course, the second that the fire surrounds this shade, the shade just sort of disappears into a mist and is gone. But now a large fire is sort of burning outside of Olafur's longhouse, and the world around you is filled with an orange glow from Themer's fire, and only one shade is left. And it is its turn. And it turns toward Themer. Oh, does Themer run toward the longhouse or stay there? Stand his ground?
I think he would run toward the longhouse. He was
Very
trying
good.
to make an opening in that 3 and go through.
So it is unfortunately only Njal who's been kind of was blocked before and didn't get a chance to run to the longhouse. And so this small shade approaches you and exhales a cloud of icicles and snow at Njal, and it rolls a 99.
Oh, that's a bad roll. That's very bad.
Yeah, that's like a fumble.
Yeah, that's a bad roll.
That's a really bad roll. Love it.
So-
Love that.
It's just a
That's good.
baby.
It's just a baby.
It's just a baby ice shade. So its frozen breath sprays out, but Njal has stepped between the fire and the shade. Its breath is
Smart,
dissipated
Njal.
in the fire. And then it even tries to approach you, but it sort of floats there with the fire between you, and it can't quite seem to figure out how to reach you. But as it reaches out toward you, Njal, you do see a child's eyes in the swirling cold. Meanwhile, Haroon, you have about reached the longhouse. What do you do?
Oh gosh, how close does everyone else look to me? What if I have a bow? Can I, in terms of action economy?
Is your goal to get inside of the longhouse, or is it to kill the shade?
Well, I don't want. My goal is to keep my friend safe.
Okay. Njal seems safe. He's got the fire between him and the shade, and Themer is almost right beside you.
Okay, so if it feels like everyone is about to be able to also get in the longhouse, I will get to the longhouse and open the door and go in.
Okay,
assuming
you
that
grab
the
the
rest of my
door
friends
and
look
it
like
is
they can-
locked.
I bang on the door. Oliver, it's Harund. It's Harund Erbstottir and Themer and Njal. Please let us in.
And you hear voices within, but they haven't opened the door yet. Why don't you make a listen roll for me?
I'm bad at listening. 44. I failed it again. I'm just rolling just over, and I don't feel like. I mean, it's too late, but passions and devotions and stuff wouldn't have helped for a listen. I don't think in my case. So I can't hear it.
They're not
44
opening
over
the
something.
door. They're not opening the door. I should have started with Njal. Njal, what do you want to do?
Oh yes, that's true. I guess.
Well, my plan was to make haste towards the door, but now if I hear that it's locked, then I'm gonna try to kill this child.
Okay, great. Stepping
Kill
to
the
the
baby
fire.
ice ghost.
Child
We've been
Slayer.
fighting a lot of babies across our games.
Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
doing a lot of.
No spoilers, but we've been fighting a lot of
spoilers, but-
babies, the four of us.
Yeah, on our main podcast, infants have died. Okay.
Yeah, we've had a lot of baby.
So
baby
you're
boys.
gonna approach this smaller shade and try to destroy it. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
go ahead.
Don't worry, not
All right.
human babies, everyone.
I think I'm actually gonna try to batter it with my shield.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, baby batter.
Baby batter.
Oh no.
Baby.
Shaken baby syndrome.
11.
An 11.
11
that's
under 90.
That's
That might be
gotta be a
special.
special success, right?
Right. It's not a crit. So a crit is 5% of your skill, or just 5% and under. Do you know?
I think it's 5% of your skill.
Okay.
And then, of course, a 1 is always
A 1 is
crit.
always right.
And what you have done here is you've gotten a special success. You got an 11, right?
Yeah.
And what is your skill?
My skill is 90.
Your skill is 90. Oh, wow. Then you might have gotten a crit, actually. So...
No.
No, you got a special. So
Yeah.
when you get a special success, I just looked it up, you get double damage.
Hell yeah.
You're taking this child ghost
Beat that
out.
baby.
Yeah. Take it to school.
When you get a crit, people might go, well, if you get double damage on a special success, what do you get on a crit? On a crit, you get double damage and you ignore all armor.
Which is pretty sweet.
Oh.
Armor
Oh,
is a
that's
thing in
cool.
this game.
Right.
Yeah, it can be very
And not
helpful.
for
It can save
ghosts.
your life.
Oh,
Ghosts don't have armor.
16 points of damage.
Okay. You bash it with your shield, and as you do so, for a minute, it feels like you're pressing down against something, some kind of force is pushing back against you, but then finally it gives, and suddenly it's like you've smashed your shield into a little snowman or a little pile of snow, and it kind of falls apart under you and is gone.
Awesome. I'm kind of amazed that
come
this
here.
happened. I stands there for a second, and he just like runs towards the longhouse.
Great. So Hrund has been pounding on it, asking them to let her in. What do you guys do when you get there?
I'm gonna help her pound on the door, and I'm gonna shout as loud as I can. In the name of the gods, in the name of Odin, please help your countrymen. Let us in, Olafur, our Gothi.
Very good. So, it takes a while, but then finally you hear kind of a latch move, and the big door kind of swings open, and there are a lot of people there. So many people looking out at you in the dim firelight, and they go, quickly, get inside.
Yeah. Quickly,
I think
move inside.
I think we pile in.
You immediately recognize Hakur, friend. He is
My
among the
family.
people gathered here.
I'll
And
go straight to him.
he wraps you in his firm, manly embrace.
Yes.
And Njal, you see your wife, Lofdana.
Oh, amazing.
Yes. And she runs to you and is looking you over to see if you've been hurt. And she's like, are you okay?
So I haven't seen her in like 2 years, right?
No.
Yeah. It's like,
Been gone a long time.
I'm just like so stricken by the sight of my wife, like after all this time and after this recent paranormal event. I don't even answer. I'm just like I'm just completely ensorcelled by her appearance. I'm just like I'm just fascinated.
She holds you and she kisses you.
She's the
over and
Gothi's
over
daughter,
again.
right?
Yeah,
Or,
right?
I think she's the Gothi's daughter.
I think
Or somebody very important. Her.
Is that what we decided?
I think so. I think
It
that
should be in
rings
your
a bell.
character sheet.
Well,
Yeah, she's daughter of Olafur Blacktooth. That's in his pregen.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh
Well
my
then.
goodness.
There is a sadness about her. A deep sadness in her face and in her demeanor, even as she welcomes you home with kisses and with a warm embrace. And looking around you in the dim light, you can see that the entire community has all huddled inside of this longhouse.
Where's
here.
Olafur? Where's our Gothi?
Olafur is nowhere to be seen. But when you ask that question, a man walks forward. He is stocky, with long black hair, and he wears a fine new cloak with silver bands on his forearms. You recognize this man as Gotimer, who is one of Olafur's closest followers. This is Gotimer. Themer, you are well met. I am Gothi here now. I am sad to say that Olafur has passed.
What happened? How long ago
How did
was
this
this?
happen?
While you were gone, almost a year ago, Olafur was slain by a bear. It is a long story. Come in. Are you hungry? Do you have thirst?
We have been on a long journey. We could use rest. But I think what would slake my thirst, even more than water, or wine, or ale, is information. What were those creatures? What has happened to our valley?
Gotimer kind of looks around uneasily, and that's when Neuter steps forward and says, "The creatures, they appeared a week ago. They come at night."
Mostly.
And then Hakur says, "Svein One Eye, he was killed by them. And a couple nights later, a shade looking like Svein appeared to haunt us.
We're
Horrible.
And
How
another
correct.
woman, whom you don't know as well, says, and I saw 2 small, terrible shades on the outskirts of the farm, the same size as Eagle's children, the children whom we could not find after the first night that they attacked.
Where? Hugger, are our children all right? Where? I'm looking around for
Where's
Magnus, Brynhild, and Alda. I have a son and 2 daughters.
They are
do
here.
I see them? Okay, good.
They are here, but people are packed in so tight. It was, it's not quite meant for people to just like live in here.
Yeah.
All at once, like all of the people of the community.
Is
but you
everyone
do find
staying
them.
here all the time, or only
Your
at
children
night?
are actually with Gothamer's wife, who comes forward. Who are your children?
Magnus is my son, and my 2 daughters are Brynhild and Alda.
Okay. Asa, Gothamer's wife, comes forward. She's small and blonde and has a kindly demeanor. And she says, they are here. They are here. Erbsa, daughter. Tell me, do you have any wounds for me to tend to?
No, I think we are all right. Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any while we're all giving each other bad news. Ulfr did not return with us.
Everybody kind of looks at each other, and then Lofdana says, more ill omens. She looks at Niall and says, I fear our community is doomed.
What has been done? What steps have been taken to protect our people, to fight these creatures? Tell me something at least. There is a plan.
Gothamer says, soon we will talk. Soon. But first, eat. Rest. And
Yes.
he ushers you over to the fire pit, where people give you a very small amount of food. And a small amount of water because, there's plenty of water, but they're basically conserving their rations.
Yeah.
They have a blizzard in the middle of summer, and they've all
gonna
been
mess up
crowded
our
into a longhouse
harvest.
together. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't been
Yeah.
storing for the winter because it's not winter.
That is
Or it
probably
shouldn't be.
killed farm animals. Like it's probably destroyed the crop.
Yeah, this is really bad.
Femur, is
Yeah.
there any kind of magic you can think about? Someone cursed our village. Sent this magic. Oh, I wish Iskathar was here. I feel like she would know what was happening, even though I know she would also cause trouble. Is it possible we've been cursed?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I can't think of anything to roll. I have second sight. Worship. I can. You know what might be interesting? I have a thought. I'm not a Sather magic practitioner, but I'd like to go under the cloak tonight. To see if I can commune with my gods to find out more information about what is happening to our community. Is this an active curse? Is this a otherworldly phenomenon? Is this nature magic?
Yeah, okay, no problem. So, here are some things you can do here. You can go under the cloak, and going under the cloak, it can do a lot of different things. But if you missed our first 2 episodes, basically, practitioners of magic in Icelandic society at this time, or in this game, can undergo a meditation ritual called going under the cloak, where they literally pull up their cloak and kind of take an inward journey to get the answers to certain questions. And it can help you get your magic points back. It's also intended as a way for you to re-roll a earlier failed like mental skill check of some sort. In this particular case, I think what I would like to do is have you, so myth lore would be under knowledge, right? Mm-hmm. And your knowledge is a 15% starting out, okay? So, and don't forget also that you can use your passions to help you with skill rolls. Every character has passions. For example, Themer has honor, hate, love, loyalty, and you can roll those, and if those succeed, you can get bonuses to other rolls. You can also use your devotions. By spending devotion points, you can add 20, 40, or 60% to a roll. Othin, for example, is one of Themer's gods that he is devoted to, and magic is one of Othin's realms or purviews. So, if you would like to make a myth lore roll, you can augment it in any of those ways, and then if it failed, you could also go under the cloak and try it again.
I see. Okay, yeah, I would like to roll a myth lore and use all 3 of my devotions for Othin.
All of 3 of your devotion points.
All 3 of my devotion points, so that adds 60%.
I believe so, yes.
Incredible. I think it's worth it. We've got to figure out what is going on.
We got to know what's going on.
Important.
And Othin's purview is magic, war, and wisdom. So I'm really thinking about this magic and granting me wisdom to understand both what is happening and what we could do about it. So Othin is my guy. He's like my top dude. And I'm really really on his strength and guidance because our Gothi's gone and our Gothi's son is gone. We have a new Gothi, but we need Othin's guidance as well. The Allfather. And that's a failure. Wait. No, wait. 15 plus 60, 75, 71.
Oh, yes.
This is okay. And yeah, thank you, Allfather. Do you guys remember in the last one too, when I spent my devotions, every time I spent my devotions, I argued if I should do like 1 or 2, and then I always went like with the biggest number. And every single time, including this time, I wouldn't have succeeded if I didn't spend all of the points that I wanted to spend.
Wow.
I would not have succeeded if I didn't spend all 3 of my devotions.
Wow.
But I did.
You commune with your god while the others are eating, some dried meats, some salted meats, having a humble repast around the fire. You commune with Othin One Eye, the Allfather. And you realize, in fact, you are suddenly certain that this is a curse that could only be brought by a draugr. The things you met outside, they were not the draugr. They were just part of its curse. A draugr is someone who has died and who has returned to the world of the living, filled with hate because they were wronged in some way. They seek vengeance. It seems to make sense that there is someone
It does seem to make sense.
Dead who is very unhappy with your community.
Oh.
Ew,
From the book
get out of
there.
here, George Romero.
Horrible.
They're gross. Way grosser than they are in Skyrim.
Yeah, I was just going to say, in Skyrim, they seem more like mummified and gaunt. That is more like pestilent and
bloated and
bloated.
gross.
I think when I come from my prayer, I first want to go. Femur is not a bold man. I think I first want to go to Gothimer and ask, may I ask, the circumstances of Olafur's death? You say he was slain by a bear.
Yes.
How did this happen?
Let us gather your friends, and I will tell you all the story. So once Njal and Harund are sitting nearby, in close counsel with your new Gothi, Gothimer tells the story. Olafur was drinking with Scory, and Scory told him of a dream he had about old White Claw, the polar bear who had laid him low all those years ago. He points over to the corner where an old man, whom you all know, Scory, is sitting on the edges of the fire, half asleep. In the dream, Scory said that Olafur smote the bear. And when he heard this, Olafur took it as an omen. He decided to go and hunt White Claw. Would that he had not. Would that he had understood this dream. I went with him. As you know, I am Olafur's right-hand man. But we didn't find the beast. It found us. Somehow, it snuck up on us. And it felled Olafur in one savage blow. I managed to drive it back, but it's still out there somewhere. Olafur was buried on the mountain, in the high barrow, overlooking this farm.
This is truly a tragedy for our people, for Olafur was a just and wise leader.
But a polar bear can't put a curse on a village. So there must be more to the story.
I have decided that we will wait here. We will remain vigilant and armed against the creatures. And look for an opportunity to escape with the children.
Abandon our valley. Abandon our home.
Do I feel like he's hiding additional information?
Do you have an insight skill?
Intrigue.
Intrigue works.
I'd like to roll intrigue, although
I have
think
a little intrigue.
From my prayer and communing with Odin, I think I'm already a little suspicious of Gothimer, because it is Themer's opinion that the draugr is Olafur.
Right.
And Themer, his greatest passion, his highest passion of all, is a hate for outlaws and criminals and lawbreakers.
This might seem like a pretty important intrigue.
Yeah, okay, then I'd like to invoke that passion.
I would allow it. Please roll the passion first.
Of hate for outlaws, which is 90. Oh my god, I rolled a 98.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the dice are not happy with us.
You get no bonus.
Yeah, no bonus. Okay. Wow. I'm still gonna roll intrigue. Maybe I'm just like too blinded by my suspicions. And then I rolled a 94. Yeah, no, I'm I think my suspicions are running rampant, but I might not be totally in my right mind.
Actually, I want to try. So, what is the bonus for using a passion?
So if you roll on a passion,
If you pass it, yeah.
depending on if it's a success, special success, or critical success, you get a bonus to the next roll that you do.
Okay. Can I use my loyalty to my Gothi passion?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. 29 under 70.
29 under 70. Let me see. I don't think that's a special success. So I think you're
That's
gonna
just regular.
yeah, I think you're gonna just get a plus 20%. Yeah, just a plus 20%.
Okay. Still not very great chance, but 10.
Oh,
That do it?
10 under 35.
Yeah.
you, Njal, are convinced that Gotimer is telling you the whole truth as he knows it. He did not murder Olafur.
I think Femur is incredibly suspicious and thinks that Gothimer conspired because of his history of a family conspiring against his to try and steal his farm. He sees another family destroyed and instantly thinks it's Gothimer who murdered Olafur.
I sense no falsehood in this man. He may be misinformed, but he is not lying.
There must be
shall
something
see.
more to what's happening here.
I would like to talk to Scory, the old man. He is the reason that Olafur went on this.
Is Scory here?
hunt
Where's
for old
Scory?
White Claw.
Yeah, he was like kind
He's
of sleeping
kind
by
of on the
fire,
edges
right?
of the fire, kind of half awake. He's got an old white beard.
Scory, what's
Let's
his
go over.
reputation in our town? Is he like a wise old man, or is he a foolish old man? Is
He's
he
not
a-
foolish. No.
just-
He he was
Is
one
he
of
nothing
the
special?
in his day he was one of the leaders of the community. He was never Gothi, but he would have been like Gothimer, like a right-hand man. But then
A peacetime consigliere.
but he was horribly maimed by a bear attack. Old White Claw maimed him
Yeah.
in his youth, and so he's always needed a crutch to walk. So now he's quite old.
Scory, I'm sorry to disturb you from your slumber,
No,
and I am sorry to reopen old wounds, but it would be of great interest to us if you would tell us more about your vision, about your dream, regarding
And about your
old White Claw.
conversation. Your conversation with Olafur that led him to go out after the bear.
Why? What was your dream? How could you have misinterpreted it? This is what I want to know.
I dreamed of the day I was out on the mountain, of the day when I was only 24, and the huge white beast came running out of the woods, and I barely had time to get my sword out of its sheath, but it was too late. The bear's paw, its claws, were about to smash down upon me, like they did oh so long ago. But in my dream, Olafur as he is now, as he was, as an older man, stepped between me and the bear, parried its blow with his axe, and then planted his axe in its hide, killing it. And then in my dream, I looked down at my legs, and they worked as they should. I was a whole man, and I wept for joy before I awakened. And that is the dream that I shared with Olafur. And that is what made him go out to hunt Whiteclaw. Oh, a year ago last week.
So why, a year ago, last week,
It was just the anniversary of his death.
and then a week ago is when this assault on our village began? Why did it take a year for it to start?
Perhaps his spirit was gaining power, growing in resentment and pain and hate.
But why would Olafur chose to go after the bear? Why would Olafur be... I don't know. I just feel like there's more.
You could talk to other people present.
Yes. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
Scory. I will go. As they're doing that, I'll go to my husband, to Hakor.
Hakor takes you aside and says, "We must talk about this quietly.
Yes.
I don't want anyone overhearing."
Yes, we can be quiet. What is happening here? What has been
Gotimer has
going
no
on?
official right to the position of Gothi. In fact, many of us would not have chosen him.
Then how did he get the position?
He
just claimed it?
He claimed it. Yes.
Do you think it doesn't... I didn't get the sense that he had anything to do with Olafur's death.
I don't know. I know that the body had been slain by a bear. That much was obvious.
What do we do? How do we... Is there any way to set
Ruined.
things right here?
If the rules were different, you should be Gothi. You are strong and brave and true.
You're biased. But thank you.
Would be a kick-ass Gothi.
I could...
Shame.
They allow you to go raiding, but not to be Gothi. There is no logic to it.
No.
You must figure this out.
I could challenge. Should I
Gotimer has us
challenge it?
hiding in this longhouse. We can't do this forever, and we can't
No,
abandon our
unacceptable.
valley.
Unacceptable.
No, I don't think we should run away.
Perhaps by... I know little of the laws of magic or enchantment, but
I
perhaps
think
there's
we
something
need
to
to-
observe. Yes.
I think we need to go straight to the source. I think you and I are of the same mind, Hakar.
You think we need to go to the bear?
Not to the bear, but to the barrow. The high barrow, where Olafur is buried. Perhaps we can commune with his spirit if he is the draugr. We can
Well,
address him directly.
actually, because a draugr is like their physical corpse is animated and is like moving around and stuff. So if he is still buried there, then that would disprove the whole theory, right?
So
Yeah, we
should
can
go
at
look
least
and
see if
his
he's no
body's
longer
there.
buried.
May
If his grave has been disturbed, or like at least.
May I also
Right.
ask Jared? We would know what's the typical way a Gothi is chosen? Is it like voted on, or is there like a? Is it
Kingsman?
inherited?
Well, in a group this small, it would just sort of be a kind of a consensus, and someone stepping forward and saying, I'll take the position. He would need people to speak against him to stop him.
And for some reason, no one did in this case, even though they're not happy. It's not who they would have chosen.
Are you asking around about this? Or are you doing more investigations about it?
I think we should
I don't
speak
think
with
Themer is, because Themer is a bit of a hermit in this community. I think everybody knows him, because how do you not know the guy that grew up in your town who's half burned? But he's not remarkably friendly and social, so I don't think that Themer is the one who's asking around.
I am gonna ask. I'm gonna talk to my wife.
Yes.
Yes.
I think we should.
Yeah, I want to talk to
Because-
Lathena.
I mean, maybe we're speaking to two biased people here. Someone who thinks it would be great if I was the leader, my husband, and then your wife whose father died, and, but let's get her take on this.
She is tending to your children when you approach Niall, and what do you say?
It's like his voice is just like he's trying to like keep it steady. It's just like, every day I thought of you, every night I dreamt of you. I cannot imagine how happy I am to be back here by your side, and yet I must leave again. I have to help my friends to determine what has happened here.
Yes. Yes, I can imagine how you felt, because I felt it too, my love. Our hearts are as one. I was with you on those voyages, you know that.
She sort of, my heart, I felt it.
She sort of pulls at her lock, which is, her hair is so blonde it's almost white, and she looks up at you and she says, "But where do you go now?"
We go to find out why this has happened. But listen, you must tell me, what has been going on in my absence? What is your sense of Gotomer, of his theories of this dream? What can you tell me?
He was close with Oliver. Gotomer and his wife are kindly. They are generous and charitable. Many of the people here, they like them, are friendly with him. And he stepped up and said he was willing to take the mantle, to take on the responsibility. But now, we are not so sure we should have gone along with it. He is indecisive, and he has us hiding here. If you want to know my thought, I think that his wife talked him into it.
Lady Macbeth.
Everyone knows you would make a stronger Gothi, my love. And now that you've been out a raiding, you have the experience you need. Yes, you're young, but you're a strong fighter.
Still don't have much of a beard.
I was just gonna ask, how's your beard?
Well, now you got a big scar down your face, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
I could blame the lack of beard on scarring.
She touches your scar and says, "This is better than any beard. It shows that you have lived and fought and almost died. Help us get through this, and then we will lead our community. It is what my father would have wanted."
I will, my love. I will find out for your father's sake and for ours. God, I wish all these people weren't here.
I know.
Just
been a long 2 years without your wife.
It's been a while.
They all made fun of me for being a wife guy the whole 2 years. They were all taking mistresses, and I said no. And everyone thought I was foolish, but I could not betray your memory. But for your father's sake and for ours, I will get to my friends, and we will get to the bottom of this, and then we will see who will make the best Gothi.
Yes.
Can I ask a player to GM question? Sorry, do your response. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, we can draw a curtain on that scene and say, yes, what would you like to ask me?
Paula finds it very interesting that both spouses have been like, you should be the leader. Now, am I reading too much into that as a player? Is that just a natural thing that a spouse might say to their spouse who they love and think is strong? Or is there, and now there's this little seed of like, his wife told him he should be leader. Like, is there something weird going on? Am I reading too much into it? Is Paula reading into this too much?
Classic dueling Lady Macbeths.
Well,
right?
There was intrigue in these communities. There was, jockeying for position. That happened, You have already, your expert on magic has already thought about the problem and come up with a possible theory.
Yeah.
So, would her successful role have turned up mind control, ambition, take the Gothi position?
Yeah, good.
In other words,
it seems more
you're
like
asking a metagame question, so please stop it.
I am asking a metagame question mostly because I don't want to.
You're basically, Paula, you're going like, wait a second, is the story this or is the story another thing?
Because here was the other option, Jared. I go, okay, Hrund goes over to another couple and tries to suss out if they really want their spouse to be the Gothi instead. And then you're like, why are you spending our time in this conversation? So I thought I would just ask.
All right. She's just trying to save everyone's time, Jared.
Yeah.
I think she should be
I'm
rewarded
like,
for that, frankly.
I think in the morning we should go investigate whether or not Olifer's body is still at rest.
I mean,
the three of us are the community's greatest warriors. We were the ones who went out a Viking. We are the logical choice for...
Honestly, if I were in their position, like these people like waiting here being assaulted by, these entities, I would be psyched if we showed up just now.
Like someone's coming to save us. Yeah.
Two great warriors, one okay warrior, but magic doer.
And a wizard. Yeah. And Gandalf.
Yeah. Two great warriors and a wizard.
Yeah. Like Boromir, Aragorn, and Gandalf show up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, great.
You guys handle it, please.
You guys are somewhat underwhelmed by the level of enthusiasm you're getting, but you think it might be because these poor people have been huddled inside one longhouse for a week,
hungry
being
and
attacked by icy shades that transform their friends and loved ones into other icy shades.
They've also
They're a bit numb.
been advised or told to hide and not fight. And that has probably sapped their morale too, I would think.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not very, it doesn't feel right for our culture, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. It seems antithetical to the sort of Viking way of doing things.
And I hope that Lathena and Hakur were clear that people are not really happy about it either.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, yeah, I definitely got that sense for sure.
Yeah.
That the people are not happy with the way Gotamar is leading.
A new day dawns. You are rested.
Before we go, I'm going to carve 2 runes. I have 2 prepared runes. Another of my Ur Os Kon, which is that strong magical fire rune, and then another that is Os Raid Vend Thurs Kon, which is for magic, movement, hope, protection, and sore. Like sore meaning like wound or burn.
Oh. So you can sort of interpret that in the moment the way you want to? Like when
in the moment when I'm carving it and dyeing it, I'm interpreting the rune with the specific meaning that I want. For example, there is a rune Fey, which means wealth, but it can also mean cattle, because cattle are like a physical representation of wealth, and it also means fertility, because that's like the wealth a family, of a body. So when I'm carving Fae, I would know if I meant like fertility for my wife.
You carve it.
Yes.
Okay.
And then when I sing it is when sing the Galdr is when I like speak which meaning I meant. It's like I'm writing a small sentence out of just the meanings of the runes, and then I speak it in an actual sentence to call the magic and release the magic.
So it's like prepared casting versus spontaneous casting.
Yeah, I can do both.
Okay.
But now that you have carved these things, you have locked your magic points. You can't use them for a spontaneous casting because you've already locked them into these runes.
Oh, yes. Okay. So if you are doing spontaneous casting, you have to like take the time to carve.
I have to take the time to actually carve it, which takes 2 rounds. 1 round to carve and die, 1 round to cast.
Okay.
I have these protected, or these locked in, 16 of my 17 magic points locked into these two runes because we're going into danger and I think I might want to use them immediately. If I use them, I get all my magic points back, or all of the magics that are imbued into it, I get all of them back.
Oh, okay.
Or if I break it. So if I'm like, I want to make a new rune now.
Now you have brought up something for me. Okay. You used like 2 spells the day before. 2 large spells. Yeah. Do you have enough magic points left to lock into these runes?
They all come back.
They all automatically come back?
Mm-hmm. When I if I carved runes yesterday, they can be activated all day long. They're locked in all day long. If I don't use them, the runes become useless and I get my magic points back at like sunrise and sundown.
Okay, but
the next day.
Okay. But you cast some of those spells. So the magic points do go away when you cast them.
It was my understanding that I get them back when I cast them.
I think
maybe that is.
I think we should take a look. I think that once
that seems a little OP.
It seems soups OP.
Because then if you're just spontaneous casting, there's no limit. Right?
Absolutely, there'd be no limit. It makes no sense.
Right.
I think that those magic points that you used yesterday are gone, and that you need to.
They regenerate. Sorry. They regenerate. So I unlock them by casting it. They regenerate at 1/4 of my power every 6 hours.
Okay. We can say that before you set out.
You just take the time to let you regenerate.
So yesterday I did 6. I only spent 6. And my power is 17, so 1/4 of that is 4. So I get 4 magic points back per 6 hours.
Okay, we're gonna say 12 hours have passed. So you have 8 magic points. So if you want to lock a rune, you can only lock a rune that is with 8 or lower magic points.
Well, I only spent 6.
You spent 12 because you spent to make the fire in the house, and then later.
I thought that was the night before.
Nah, it's all one. It's all kind of one thing.
That was all one day?
Let's do it all one day.
Okay. Okay. Because, usually it's... Never mind. No, you're right. That was all one day. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that was... I spent 12. So I got 8 back. Great. And I have 17. I start with 17. I spent 12.
You start with a giant pool. Look, obviously, this could be rolled a couple different ways. I just want to make sure that we show that even though you can spontaneously cast spells that you design, there are limits, right?
You're absolutely right.
So I'm going to rule that those spells were cast in close enough time, it counts as one day. And now you have a pool of, did we say 8? Is that what we have going for?
So I have 13, and so I can't cast the 2 runes that I thought I could. I'm only going to make one of them. I'm only going to prepare one of them, which is the Strong Magical Fire.
Great.
which is 6.
Now that I have
now 6 points are locked.
Now that I have stopped Mary Lou from getting away with something sneaky
It would have been
awesome.
cool.
and
We're
trying
awesome.
to completely upend the game I'm running. I got my eye on you, Kolbenschlag.
Do it. I'm mad.
Now that we've solved this extremely important problem,
Yes.
I will say what I said 10 minutes ago. A new day has dawned. You have prepped your spells. What are you doing?
Before we leave to go find Oliver's hopefully buried body, or not, so that we can deal with it, I would like to pull Gotimer aside to speak with him.
Okay, so once again, I started the scene of going to the barrow, and Paula's like, I want an entire new other scene.
I thought you were saying, what do you want to do before you leave?
Before we go should be the role-playing game player's motto.
Before we go.
Hey, I'm
I don't
going
have
to
to do it.
Before
I don't
we
have
go,
to do
how
it.
about 4 other scenes?
No, it's fine.
All right,
I won't talk
you
to him.
pull
Let's just
Gotimer
go.
aside. Yes, no, it's okay. What do you want? I thought you were going to the barrow.
I thought you left already. What
I thought
what is
you
it?
left. I know you guys
Not
were
yet.
arguing about runes for a while.
I was
Yeah.
not part of that conversation. Magic is strange to me. I just thought that you should know that I think your leadership style is a bit lacking. I don't think you're showing strength or initiative. And if you care about holding on to the respect of the rest of this community, maybe you should come with us and make it look like you're doing something to protect these people instead of asking them to hide and be cowards and run away. Would you like to join us, or would you like to stay here?
Wow, calling his bluff.
Where do you say this? In front of people or just to him?
No, I have pulled him aside to make this a private conversation.
You dishonor yourself by talking to me in this way. I am your leader now. And I say that by leaving this house, I can no longer protect you. I wish you luck. You're going to need it. And the protection of the gods.
Gotimer, you dishonor yourself. You've shown your weakness as a leader, and I do not support you as Gothi of this community. And I walk away. All right, let's go.
All
What
right.
are we waiting on? I don't know why we haven't left yet.
Yeah, I know, we're standing there waiting. It's like, hello.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll move on.
Yeah,
I'll
Jared,
finally
come
move
on.
on.
We gotta
Please,
get the pace
Jared.
up.
Oh my gosh.
The path up the mountain.
Before we
winds-
go,
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to fuck with you.
No, it's okay. It's literally every game a game master ever runs. Is the players are kind of like
You
always
never
like.
don't say it. You
But at
end
least
up
don't say that.
saying
Yeah,
it
we say it every time.
You guys were
As a
doing
player.
important stuff. Some people are literally like, before we go, I collect a series
go to
of
the bathroom."
twigs. But yeah, guys, I do want to enforce characters going to the bathroom in real time. So
I'm
just
a
keep
huge
There's a
fan of
piss
that.
mechanic.
Yeah,
mindful of how much you've eaten and drank.
Thank you. Yeah.
Let's
Good,
go ahead and
good.
roll the I have to urinate die for Haroon.
Roll a bladder fortitude.
It's the biological encumbrance.
Oh,
you know?
Haroon,
Yes.
you're gonna be good for 9 hours. So
Oh,
Awesome.
wow.
I don't see. I'm just dehydrated. I don't drink.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have no liquids.
But I'm afraid Themer has to take a pee in 2 hours.
Okay. I'll remember that.
And Njal.
You gotta track it yourself, you guys. We can't have our game master have one
No,
more
no,
thing
he's
to track.
got- he's got
I
enough
rolled
to
a
keep track.
0, which I'm going to interpret not as 10, but as now. So,
Before we go,
yeah.
We come around, Themer and Harund come around the corner to be like, let's go. And Njal is just
Njal
there.
is
I was just
pissing.
like a
around
racehorse.
it.
I'm writing my
Yeah.
name in Futhark
snow.
runes in the snow.
Okay, perfect.
Very good. You climb the winding path up to the high barrow, and as you do so, The snow starts to fall so hard. The sky gets dark, and soon you can't tell between night and day. The wind is sideways. The snow is flying at you sideways. As you climb,
so
please
wild.
everyone give me a con ×5 roll.
Con ×5.
If you want to roll survival first, then
I
you can
would.
augment that roll.
I would.
Go ahead and roll
don't
survival
have
first.
survival.
If you don't have survival, just roll con ×5.
Fail. 28 on under 50 for con.
Nice.
For y'all.
21 under 45 for con.
Nice.
14 under 70, I think it was,
amazing.
for my con. I actually am prepared this time, so I'm
You
I'm
guys
doing
have
okay.
purpose climbing this
Yeah.
mountain.
The gods are with us.
Yes, the gods are with you, and you plunge forward. You march onward through snowdrifts. You keep going. And soon you get to the High Barrow. And as you enter the radius of the High Barrow, the snow stops. But then you realize it doesn't stop. It's actually just there's sort of a bubble around the barrow where the snow is not falling. Instead of howling
What
winds,
is
it is
this?
quiet here. Quiet, dim, and dark. This is a lonely mound of earth and lava rocks sitting up here on the side of the mountain. Make a listen roll.
Come on,
yeah.
Roland, you can
Ooh,
hear
gosh.
something.
I want to say something, maybe before we
Before we listen,
get the results. What is my listen?
I passed this one. I actually can hear today. I'm focused. I'm laser focused because I'm mad about Godimer, that piece
Y'all,
of crap.
you succeeded as well?
I did. 27 under 30.
Nice.
From inside the mound, you hear the sound of grinding stones. Something is moving within.
Stop. When we encountered the white shades outside the longhouse, I heard them whisper. I heard them say, "The poison in the blood, the claw of the bear."
The claw of the bear.
I did not understand in the moment what this meant. But now, perhaps it was Olafur trying to tell us. Somehow he was poisoned. Somehow the bear attack was a trap. Beware. Beware of poisons. Beware of edges. Something has happened here. He was betrayed.
Suddenly, he's standing in front of you.
Whoa!
It's as if he just appeared beside you. Tall, but bloated.
Oh.
Stretched and swollen from his original form, his original stature. His skin blotched blue and purple. He's now hairless. He's now necklace with milky yellow eyes, but yes, you can still tell this is Olafur. And he looks at you with eyes of pure hatred. It is almost as if he is shaking with hatred. The air is filled with it. What do you do?
What happened to you, Olafur?
Yeah, I want to communicate. I want to try and communicate before we try and fight him.
I think instinctively I draw my sword.
Yeah.
It is Olafur, but he shouldn't be. So I'm stringing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Njal draws his sword. Themer starts to speak. Hrund, what do you do?
I put my hand on my axe, ready to draw it as well.
Whispers carry along the wind. And that's where we'll stop. Until next time.
What a story is happening.
Wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow.
It's a draugr, y'all.
Yeah,
It's a
man.
draugr. Ooh, very spooky,
crazy.
scary. Very,
It's
very,
revenge
very spooky,
For
scary.
all the draugr I've killed in Skyrim.
Yeah.
That's why he's mad. I heard about you.
Yeah, I heard about your Skyrim character.
You raided all my barrows. You, from every single pot and urn, you took gold.
Took all
And
my
apples.
money. My
And
family's
jewels.
money. The jewels.
Sorry.
So, thanks for watching this portion of the Glass Cannon's Gen Con coverage. Just want to remind you one last time, if you'd like to pick up Age of Vikings, look how beautiful that book is. If you'd like
So
to pick it
cool.
up, it is available at chaosium.com, and you can use the promo code VikingsGC to get 15% off. Okay? Thank you, and we will be back very soon with some more Age of Vikings. We've got one more session coming up.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Stay
Paula,
tuned.
Mary Lou, and Skid. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jared.
Skull.